Garry's Mod is considered to be one of the best sandbox games of all times, with countless amounts of add-ons to install, tons of game modes to choose from, and practically endless fun to be had. I've spent a fair amount of hours on the game, and I can admit, I spent more time throwing bombs, killing NPCs, and just creating an entire mess. I didn't really focus on the more creepy aspects of the game. However, I noticed a few videos being created on why some of the Gmod maps are pretty creepy. However, I wanted to talk about something similar but different at the same time. Not the ambience, nor the creepy atmosphere, or any of that. I'm talking about the Sandbox maps, GM Flatgrass and GM Construct, and some strange things that reside in the maps. I don't plan to give you a clear-cut answer on why these things are here. I'm just here to show you these strange things. Let's start off with GM Flatgrass. This map is simple. A wide open land is surrounding you with endless possibilities of what to do. However, journeying further out, you'll see a sign that says Flattywood. Obviously, this is a reference to the big Hollywood sign in real life, but why would there be a big sign representing a place so empty? It just seems obsolete if you ask me. Though on a bit of further inspection, there seems to be some buildings far away, so there's civilization nearby. But with that being said, it makes this place feel so unfinished. I know it's a small detail, but I feel like a lot of people overlook this. There's another thing regarding this map, and it's a little bit creepier. If you no-clip through one of the walls of the central building, you'll see a hidden room. There's nothing in this room except for one thing. A doll of some person wearing a hoodie. I have no idea what this means, but it's way more mysterious. I don't think there's a hidden entrance through this room, so the only way to get in is to cheat. That makes it way more ominous for the average player. Let's move on to GM Construct. I think this map is more well known, but there are a few things I need to talk about. More things to talk about than GM Flatgrass, at least. First, let's talk about this building that's near the spawn. It's not that the normal area is weird, but there's a top part that can't be accessed unless you fly or build up to it. Have you ever considered why you normally can't get up there? I mean, what's its purpose? Imagine you were a normal worker at that building, but there was no set of stairs or elevator to get up there. That kind of makes that room meaningless if you ask me. The Dark Room. This is a room of horror for the average player. There's only two ways to get out: the staircase and the corridor. Why does this exist? I could understand if it's meant to be some sort of a basement area, but this room isn't even the lowest point of the map. Not to mention that there's a small poster on the wall, which I know is hard to see, but it reads "Born," with a hand coming out of the ground. That really does give me some chilling vibes. However, there's actually a room that creeps me out even more. The Bright Void Room. This room is just white. That's it. I can understand somewhat why the Dark Room exists, but what's the point of this room? It's different than anything else on the map. The only thing I could see this being a part of, just for map purposes, is probably some sort of green screen thing, but in white. I've even tried placing down a camera at some point, and it wouldn't let me do that. I could only place down a camera if it was just on the edge of the doors before entering the room. And that really makes me wonder why that even happens. It just confuses me. Across from the White Void Room, we have the Mirror Room. This one's more explainable, but it still confuses me. A giant mirror under the map? What's its purpose? I understand it's, for looking at yourself and looking at ragdolls and props like that, but if I'm gonna do that, I'm just gonna use a camera. It's a lot more easy to do, and it's not restricted to just one map or rare on others depending on what you download. It's very strange, and there isn't much to talk about. However, there's one more thing to talk about in this map. There's a ramp on the map with a hidden lambda symbol under it. It seems out of place at first, but it gets even more weird. If you crawl under the ramp, you enter a hidden room. What's inside? Some couches, a sink, a large number 13, a sign with what I assume are the creators of the map, and lastly, this same doll from the GM Flatgrass room. What's with this doll? Why do they exist on not only this map, but both of the Gmod Sandbox maps? What type of lore does this plushie have? I honestly don't know. It really makes me think that with this plush in the map, it makes me think that I'll never be alone in these worlds. It sounds comforting, but at the same time, that phrase can be the most horrifying thing ever in some scenarios. And that about does it. Now, I know there's probably some stuff that I didn't talk about, but to be honest, I think I covered most of the major things that I just had to lay out there. And also, I just want to say thank you guys for everything that's been going on. I wanted to make this video as sort of like, something that's different from the content I've been posting, but more on the side of, documentation style, something like that. But this is actually a pretty cool video to do, and I would like to do more videos like this in the future. But with that being said, I'm just going to do my outro now, and I'm going to say my piece, and that'll be it. So, if you did enjoy this video, then please be sure to leave a like on it, and also share it with your friends some more content like this. I'm not sure what type of content you would call this, I guess documentation style like I just said. And if you want to enjoy my content in general, why not subscribe to my YouTube channel? And also, if you haven't yet, or you want to, then hit the bell icon next to the subscribe button to receive all my notifications on this YouTube channel in the near future. And last but not least, be sure to check out my merch in the description. Yeah, if you don't want to buy it, that's completely fine, but just be sure to check it out at the very least, just so you can maybe consider. But with that being said, I will see you entities and guardians in the next video. Hail the hype knees!